As a white woman on Black TikTok and as a white woman who has visited, I think I'm at like 20 countries at this point, the whole concept that white Americans are not as cleanly as maybe other races or other cultures, it is true. Now,
She's tiptoeing around that whole subject. We don't see where this is going.
before all the white people come for me, obviously this is not the case for every single white person. It doesn't even have to be the case for you. But as someone who has friends of all races and has lived in and visited numerous different cultures, like white Americans have a very unique concept of cleanliness. Just to give an
Facts.
example, I ran into my
Facts.
neighbor today and I was like, "Oh my God, I love you wearing a hat. She just looks so cute with a hat." And she was like, "Oh yeah, I threw it on because I didn't feel like showering the last few days."
Ugh. Ugh. Is that because you don't live with nobody? I can't even say it's not because y'all don't live with anybody. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, and shout out to my snow bunnies and the snow hares. I remember when I was in corporate America and we used to have to do these potlucks. I wouldn't even eat nobody's food. I would just be indiscriminate because I just didn't trust anybody. And obviously, in corporate America, especially in banking, you're going to see the majority white people. We had several Indians, Asians. I don't really know about what y'all got going on as far as y'all cleanliness with the Asian culture and all of that type of stuff. But the fact of the matter is, between the cat hair and loving dogs and licking them in their mouth and all of this other stuff and whatever it is that y'all got going on, and seeing y'all in Walmart with y'all pajamas dragging at the bottom of y'all feet, and then y'all go home and get into bed and y'all feel comfortable with saying, "Oh my God, I didn't wash my hair in so long," or y'all only take one shower every 2 or 3 days. That is wild to me. That is absolutely wild to me. I've always been taught that cleanliness is next to godliness, and I don't know where that concept came from because I don't think that's in the Bible, but it just made sense to me. I don't understand why y'all got such an adverse. Um, why do y'all don't like soap and water? Like, what is that? It don't take you but 15, 20 minutes to make sure that you get in the shower and wash your butt and make sure that you use a different rag and different soap for different parts and all of that stuff. And that's not, like she said in the very beginning, it's not to say that this is all white people, but man, I'm telling you, I've heard so many different stories and y'all think it's cute and y'all giggle around and stuff like that. And then y'all be smelling like, I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. Real talk.
That's actually kind of normal. That's actually not an abnormal thing in white culture. That is like completely normal and definitely something I grew up doing. You would not shower every single day. And I saw another white woman break down
What?
this.
What? Yo, this is crazy. Hold on, hold on, hold on. First of all, once you learn better, you do better, and once you do better, Batman can't get that information out of you. That's not something that I'll be. Y'all just be saying stuff. Y'all just be hitting them with it like, "Yep, man, that's just normal." My daughter, she go to a predominantly white school, but even it's a lot of different people in there and stuff like that. And the black kids are now starting to do that nonsense. Man, my mama did not play that. Boy, you better get your butt up and you better get your black butt in the shower.
Whole thing, and it was so interesting. And she said, so I'll have to find it, but she said something about like growing up they'd be like, "Oh well, if you swam in the pool or the lake, like you don't need a shower." Like, I'm pretty sure I was told that sentiment as well. Just the
What?
whole ideas around cleanliness are so different. Now, I'm also
They're
coming
throwing
from a
some makeup
background
on.
of the South, so Alabama, Georgia, Florida are where I've spent a lot of my time. I've traveled all over the world, and for example, I was just in Tokyo for a few weeks,
I love
and
Tokyo.
they
Tokyo
are
is
just
my favorite.
so much more clean. They
They are.
wash and shower and wash their actual hair every single day. And
They're
I
very
know,
clean.
by the way, that there's a lot of different cultures that do different things. Like, not all
And that's
hair
why I
is.
said I didn't really understand the whole Asian concept because obviously you have a whole lot of different Asians, right? You got Chinese, you got Japanese, you got Korean, Vietnamese, so on and so forth. So I'm not familiar with all of the cultures, but I will tell you that over in Tokyo, Man, it's nice. It's very nice. There's any place that I wouldn't mind living in and just existing in society. If I had to live outside of the United States of America, it would probably be Tokyo.
Types need to be washed every single day. But I'm just saying, out of all the cultures that I have been friends with or I have visited or lived in, us whites are really unique. And out of all my black
You don't gotta
friends,
say
like,
unique.
there's a
Say
reason
dirt.
that on here, black women talking about body care and like different things they use, it's because black women like really take it to another level. Like, black women are some of the cleanest women I have ever met and
Facts.
take very, very good care of themselves.
Facts. And that's not all black women, obviously. Like all white women is not necessarily dirty or they don't do that or whatever, so on and so forth. But I will tell you that black people, specifically black women, they smell good all the time. Most of the time, they smell really good. I can't even really think about any time that I've really smelled a black woman and was like, ah. I can't really think about that. I've never actually thought about that until I started seeing videos of y'all sending me this. And apparently, this is going viral of this woman that's basically saying that white women don't clean themselves in the same way that black women / black people clean themselves. And I think that that's a cultural norm amongst white people to only take showers maximum once a day for most of them.
Skin is always skinning. And I've seen some people break down like why this is, that white people like do not shower every day or aren't as into their hygiene. And I have a personal take on it. I haven't seen it. I'm sure it's out there somewhere, but I haven't seen it. But I really feel like it's this idea that white people have that they are just innately cleaner than like everybody else. Like, white people are just clean. We're just so
That's a
clean.
lie. They don't believe
And
that.
that's the
They know.
reason that a lot of white people feel like they don't need to shower every day or every other day, or,
It's
I
just
don't even
laziness.
know
It's
how
pure
much. And
laziness.
simultaneously, I think that some of those white people also view like other races to not be cleanly, but they literally view their whiteness as cleanliness. And I think that has to do with like some white people like feeling like whiteness is pure and clean and better than and whatever, whatever. I feel like maybe that's the root of it, but that's just my take. And also, as someone who's dated a variety of races,
Uh
like,
oh.
I like every person, I more like the person for who they are. Of all the men I've dated, I will honestly say I feel like, unfortunately, white men struggle the most with their hygiene.
Now we know that they love black men. White women, all women, absolutely adore black men, which is one of the reasons why I'm always so confused when I see black women say that they so sick of black men and all of this other stuff. Neither here nor there. But I will tell you that I've heard these stories even growing up. You know what I'm saying? I was fortunate enough to go to a super private school, a really good private school. My father sent me to a private school before I wound up going back to public school and graduating from DPS, Detroit Public School. Shout out to all of my cast technicians out there. But I will tell you that in a predominantly upper scale school as a person, even in middle school, when we would go to events and parties and stuff, it was not uncommon to see and hear white people operate like this. This is not anything new. This is not a secret. And I think that y'all need to do better. Let me know what y'all, cause just be out here wilding. Go to Walmart. Go to Walmart and see what happened. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Always giving credit where credit is due. And so that link is going to be back in the description, back to the content creator, regardless of whether I agree or not. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.